Now, yes, welcome to today's Lightbox session. Today we have two amazing agropreneurs. We have Ajoke Amusat of the grocery. I'm so sorry, my mic has been muted. Welcome everyone. Good evening. So today we're going to be having a session. So going on a journey, how to kickstart your career in the agricultural sector. So we have two amazing ladies. We have Ngozi Ebebulem, who is a triber of Earth Fresh Foods. She has the most amazing roses. And then we have Ajoke Amusat of the Grocery Lady. So welcome, ladies. It's amazing. It's an honor to have you both here today. So we just want you to give us an introduction about yourself and why you started your business. So Ajoke, I don't know if you want to go first.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Ajoke Amzat, and I'm the founder of the Grocery Lady. I won't say I chose agriculture. I would say agriculture chose me, because in 2018, if someone would tell me that I would be a farmer, I would I would not believe it. So yeah. Should I start the whole story from the beginning, or this is just introduction?
This is just introduction. So just tell us how you started the business. Yeah, how and why you started the business.
I started the business to create awareness on produce in Nigeria. I realized that there's so much in Nigeria that a lot of people don't know about, especially in the north. We have so much produce in the north that if you live down south, you won't even know it exists. And a lot of the produce you see in the market comes from the north, but we think it's imported and it shouldn't be so. So I just want to create awareness. I want people to know more about what we grow in Nigeria. I want people to be proud of what we have in Nigeria. There's just a lot of bad news about Nigeria, the crime. People focus on the crime and we don't focus on agriculture. And we have so much. So I think that's why I started, just to inspire people. I started to inspire people and to create awareness.
Okay. So how did you start the business?
I started the business in 2018. 2017, actually. I got posted to Jos in 2017. And yeah, I think everybody knows what NYSC means. NYSC means that after you are done with your service, you have to find a job, and yeah, you have to be out there. So yeah, after NYSC, during NYSC, I knew I knew I had to do something. I didn't know what I wanted to do then. I was just going through ideas. Oh, do I want to go into fashion? Do I want to go into this? Do I want to go into that? And then I think one day I was just moving around in Jos and I came across strawberries. And living in Lagos, we all know that strawberries one produce that is very expensive, and you can only find strawberries in the supermarket, and strawberries are mostly imported. That's just the story, that strawberries are gotten from South Africa, Kenya, but finding strawberries growing in Jos and being hawked on the road, because the strawberries I saw was being hawked the way the way they hawk gala in Lagos. That's how they were hawking strawberries in traffic in Jos, and I was really shocked. So I stopped the lady and I asked the lady, how much is the strawberries? And she said 500 naira for a full pack of strawberries. And I think I was really shocked. And I asked her to give me 3 packs, and she gave me 3 packs for 1.5. And I was just still looking at her to ask me for more money, because a pack of strawberry is 500 naira. In Lagos, that pack of strawberry is 3K, 4K, 5K. So yes, so I told myself that I want to sell strawberries. I want more people to know that most of the strawberries we get in Lagos is gotten from Jos. So I took a picture of the strawberries, and I posted it on Twitter, and I think Yemi Alade retweeted my tweet. And then before I knew it, people started tweeting and retweeting and replying, and everybody was like, wow, strawberries going in Nigeria. Wow, this is amazing. How much is it? How much is it? How much is it? And then I paused. Then I posted another picture this time around talking about, oh, I have fresh strawberries for sale at so and so price. I think I sold it then at was it 1.5 or so? I can't really. Well, it was 2,000 naira. Yes, I sold it at 2,000 naira then, and then I just put up the tweet, and I got a lot of orders. I couldn't use my phone for the whole day. I was trending during that period, and yeah,
Wow.
that's how it started. I just took a picture, just a picture.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how the grocery lady started, just from one tweet about strawberries.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'll ask Ngozi the same questions and come back to you with more questions. Thank you so much for sharing that. So hi Ngozi, how are you doing today? Okay, I think her network, let me see if it's back on. Okay, she just sent a message that her network was a bit off. Okay, so I'll just ask you more questions. So you said that agriculture chose you.
Yeah.
So what did you study at university level? Or like, were you already, working, or were you already doing a business? Because I know you mentioned fashion, or was there something else?
I studied theater arts in the
Okay.
university, so transitioning from from art to agriculture is a totally different thing for me, and that's why I said agriculture chose me. Yeah, so I studied theater arts in the university.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I think Ngozi is on now. Ngozi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening, Ngozi. So, I was just asking, how did you start the business, and why did you start the business? Also, I wanted to know what you studied and how did that affect anything, or did you transition or anything like that?
The business is something about it at first.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Ebebulem Ngozi Christiana by name, as seen on the flyer. Earth Fresh Foods is not something I had thought of doing at the stage it is now. Like some other people, they come with their business plan. They come with, this is what I want to do. Like they come with a clear vision. For me, Earth Fresh Foods didn't start that way. It was something that we were going to see. I was going to see as a side hustle. I will say that. So I studied computer science. I usually tell myself that I'm a true Nigerian. I've been in the East, been in the South, been in the West, and now I'm in the North. So before going into this, that's maybe, let's say, way back, I'd always wanted to have something to do with agriculture. I just had that mind. I want to have a garden behind my house. When I have my house, I want to pluck one leaf and straight to the pot. I know I had all of those ideas, but it never came to me as something you're going to do for as a business. And also as a person, I'd always wanted to come down north. That's since I know I'd been to other places of the country. I knew I wanted to come down north, but I did not know what I wanted to do. So it's not something that was really clear to me. It's not something I really figured out at first. So coming to the exciting thing is that both myself and Ajoke were core members. So when people say yes, when people say let them scrap NYC, I'm one of the people that I really don't subscribe to that, because while every other person is thinking there's nothing in NYC, I feel like when you go to wherever you're being posted to, by the grace of God, you survive all the other crises, you can actually find something good for yourself to do. Well, all, in quote and out of quote, by the grace of God. So NYC brought me down Plateau State. And when I came, the weather was good. The people were accommodating. So everything just seemed fine. For someone that had been in Lagos with all the everything. You know how Lagos is now. I did not really want to go back to that life. So coming down here, I found a place that really suits my kind of personality. Then the next thing was, okay, if you plan to stay back here, what are you going to do? So, started asking questions. Prior to now, I didn't even know Plateau State had all of these things. So there was no plan. When you get to Plateau State, you're going to have this, you're going to have that. There was no plan as such. Okay, to cut the long story, let's just move forward. So basically, it started because I started my business because I wanted something that would sustain me for a very long time. I'm not the one. I was not thinking of applying for jobs at that time. I didn't want all the CV or the career thing. I just wanted something I could do for myself, start up a business and help myself. I used to bake. I used to teach. I like, that kind of thing. You're touching here and here to find out, okay, where you could actually sit. So when I started, I didn't have a business name. I didn't know what to call my business at then. So I just came and made inquiries, went to where the farmers. I'm like, what is this? What is that? I didn't even know any other thing apart from the usual carrots. So all the broccoli, the roses, the grapes, the strawberries, there was no prior knowledge to eat before then. So it grew like it's something that I grew into. I was I grew into the business. It's not something I had figured out before we started. There was no business name.
Okay, looks like we've lost Ngozi there. Can, this is bad. Okay, all right. Okay, I would just let Ngozi work on her internet or get better signal. And I'll just keep asking questions. So Ajoke, you had said that you kind of, your business kind of boomed from a picture that you put on Twitter, and then a celebrity took the picture and I think reposted it. So what were the challenges you faced in your business? Like, were there any things you faced? Or maybe were you able to keep up with the orders that were coming in?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, yeah, after posting the picture and then I think Emelade retweeted that picture, I started getting lots of orders and I was really excited, as everyone would be. And the first mistake I made was I didn't find out how to send strawberries. I had no experience. I did not know what to do. And yeah, I met with the person that gave me the strawberries in the first place. And then I asked her, oh, where did you get these strawberries from? And then she told me, oh, it's from it's a strawberry community. I went there, asked them that, oh, I want to buy strawberries. How much is it? They gave me their price. And I said, oh, that's fine. Then the first mistake I made was I bought the strawberries and decided to send it by road. I didn't ask anybody how to send strawberries. I packed strawberries in a box and sent it to different people. Sent the strawberries to different people in Lagos by road. So these strawberries got in the next day, and obviously the strawberries had gone bad. So everybody that ordered from me started sending me pictures of their strawberries and how everything had melted. And I think that's when it not dawned on me that, okay, you're in trouble. Because I collected their money and I didn't know anything about strawberries or sending strawberries. And I had to sit down and say, okay, first of all, you need to think, how would you send the strawberries to Lagos in good condition? Because you just collected people's money without making research. And I think one thing I really admired, and I'm just thankful for, is that my customer service then was just good. Because when everybody made complaints about their strawberries, I just told them that, don't worry, I'll send you another batch and I'll make sure that it gets to you in good condition. So I didn't dismiss their complaints. I didn't tell them that, oh, sorry, this one. I told them I'll get them a replacement. And I started meeting people and I started asking them that, oh, how do you send strawberries to Lagos? And they said, oh, there's an airport in Jos. You have to go to the airport. You have to pay so and so amount. So I started doing the right thing. I went to the airport. I went to meet them. Like, okay, how much would a kg of strawberries cost? And they said, oh, I think then it was 300 naira per kilo or something. And was it 157? Then it was way cheaper than now. I think it was 157 per kilo. So I have to sit down and then do the calculation that, okay, if I'm buying strawberries at this amount, transporting it at this amount, who would bear the cost of transportation? Okay, customers will pay this amount for cargo, they would pay this for delivery. So then I had to, the old social media frenzy, the old trending and being famous, everything had died down then. So I had to face the reality that, okay, you're now in business. And I've never done business before in my life. So yeah, I had to sit down and think, okay, and do the costing. This is how much I want to sell the strawberries. This is the cost for transportation. And yeah, so logistics was just one of the biggest challenges in that I face, and we are still facing it right now in this business. Logistics, getting the produce to customers in good condition is one of our biggest problem, and it's also our selling point, because people want these products, but they cannot come down to just to get it. So we are like a logistics company, something like that. And yeah, one of our biggest challenges is logistics. So if you're starting a business, you have to think of logistics first. Getting a team together, understanding the market, find out from people, learn from people, ask questions. So yeah, I think I've answered your question, I think.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Ngozi, can I ask you the same questions now? I don't know if you can answer now. Okay.
Yes, I'm not. Did you in case I just that seemed I was talking myself after a while. Hello.
Okay, can you hear me now? You're a bit cracking.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, she's actually dropped off now. All right. Okay, so I hear you, Ajoke, when you talk about logistics is the actual problem, and that how when you sent your first batch, you made some losses. So is there anything like insurance in the agricultural sector? How important is it? How realistic is it to have insurance? If someone is trying to kickstart their career in the agricultural sector, would you advise that they get insurance in their sector?
I think that's a tricky question, because agriculture is very unpredictable. What exactly are we going to insure? That's the first question. The farm, the products in transit. So I don't think we really need insurance now, because there's just a lot. It's very unpredictable. We're dealing with climate change. We're dealing with pests. We're dealing with what would we call this? Birds and everything. So yeah, there's just a lot of problems or difficulty in agriculture. So if we're going to get insurance, what exactly would we be insuring? Is it the vehicle that is transporting the produce from one place, from Jos to another state? Is it our farm produce that we need to? So yeah, I don't think we need insurance right now in our sector, because there's just a lot of uncertainty. Maybe in the processing sector, yes, but in in what we do right now, I don't think we need insurance. Yeah. Ngozi, what do you think?
Hi, Ngozi, are you back now?
Yeah, okay. I'm back. Can you hear me? I'm back now.
Yes, we can hear you perfectly now.
I'm so sorry. I've moved like 3 different on insurance. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Okay, so if you're talking about insurance, what we're doing now for myself and Ajoke, we're actually not farming. So if you're going into cultivation, let's say you're cultivating the crops, you probably need to insure your farm for, future things that may happen, maybe loss, termites, you're treating one thing or the other, so that you can always have money to, continue to run the farm. Or like she rightly said, if you're processing into other forms, if you're drying, like I think Limlim came last week, if you're drying, if you're changing to powder and all of those. So you'll probably be needing a lot of machines and all of those things. Yes, you will need insurance. But for us, what we basically do is we try to push out this fresh produce to customers. So basically, I don't think for what we do, I don't think. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think what I even want to say is that will insurance cover farm produce? It's not every farm produce that insurance will cover.
Okay.
Especially with our growing fresh produce.
Okay.
No, post-harvest loss, will insurance cover post-harvest loss? Natural disaster, when we have those pests, beetles eating flowers, would insurance cover it? When we have bird invasion, when birds come to eat your produce, would insurance cover that?
Possibly so. Possibly so. Possibly so. So what they're asking me, I think what the question is not just about us.
Okay.
Yes, farming produce. When you're a farmer, I think you really need insurance for you to, be able to keep running the business, because if anything happens, you fall back on. Hey, so you don't just go out of business because something happened to your crops and all of that. But for us that are aggregators, we don't really need that. So if you're looking into other parts of the business and not just as an aggregator, yes, you might want to consider insuring your business.
Okay, so I hear you say the term aggregator. So what are the different terms in the agricultural sector? For example, what is an aggregator in this sector? Like what what do they actually do?
Ajoke, will you answer the question?
We are like the link. We're not middlemen. No. we are the link between farmers and markets. So what we do for the farmers is we invest when we need to. We assure them of taking their produce. So if they have anything, we tell them that, oh, don't worry, grow this thing, don't worry, we'll sell everything. So they have the assurance that, okay, if I grow this thing, Ajoke or Ngozi would take everything and she would make sure that it's sold and I will get my money. So yeah. And also for the market, we supply the market. So we're just like, we're like in the middle, we're like the link between farmers and yeah, market. What do you think, Ngozi?
That's what it is. People usually try to put us in the place of retailers or middlemen. Like if most of the produce you see out, these farmers are really not ready to plant them until you give them an assurance that, okay, we're going to find a market for you and we're going to make sure that it goes ahead. That's one of for the farmers, and now we give them that head and plan. We are sure you go out to get it for you. You won't have the stress of. I basically said what we do is we take off that stress of your farm. You're looking for who you're handling logistics and all of that. Everything. Too much on so just concentrate. Make sure that plants are very well taken care of. Make sure you water when you should. Make sure that I know it's eating them all. So that becomes your part. Yeah, that becomes your own part. And then the ways of making sure that things leave your farm to either the final consumer or people that also be doing people that need it to process it so that things.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna ask some of the questions that I've seen in the chats. So but before I go there, so Ajoke, so you are should I say you are mostly known for strawberries? Ngozi, are you mostly known for roses? Is that what that is? I can't hear you.
Hello?
Did you hear me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was saying that. So you're mostly known for strawberries. Is there anything else that you plant or that you aggregate or that you are an aggregator for?
I think I'm mostly known for selling products that people believe are imported. That's like my market. Because what we're trying to do is every produce that people import, we're trying to grow it here in Jos. So if you follow my story, you see us, me and my growers share experience about how we're trying to grow raspberries, because we started raspberries in 2018. And yeah, we've just been sharing everything, the challenges. So I'm mostly known for growing products, mostly known as imported in Nigeria. So strawberries, the grocery lady is growing raspberries, she's growing apples. Oh, she just did blackberries. So yeah, orange potatoes. I've never seen orange potatoes before. Yeah, so mostly things that people think are imported, we grow them here and then we share it and we let everybody know that it's possible. You can do it. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have losses with some of these things that you try to grow here? Like, how did you know
Sure.
that raspberry could grow here? Did you have to
Sure.
try it out? Okay. Okay. All
So
right.
when I first started, I met some growers that how would I say it? I had a goal in mind. I want to create awareness. I want everybody to know that okay, these things can grow in Nigeria. We are actually blessed in Nigeria. There's so much in Nigeria. There's so much potential. So I met a few people who are growers, but they just didn't meet my idea or my goal. Because my plan is I want growers that can experiment. I want us to think together. I want us to try new things. I want us to experiment. Let's travel, let's taste this, let's do this together. We have to try. So finding the right grower is very difficult. It took me a long time convincing people because what you need to understand is people in Plateau State don't like to leave their comfort zone. They grow mostly for themselves. So you telling them or trying to convince them to grow at a large scale, or maybe the person just grows 10 pieces of broccoli. Now you want that person to grow 100 pieces of broccoli. You have to assure that person that 100 pieces of broccoli will get sold. You have to take the risk. You have to assure that person that, oh, don't worry, we're going to do this, we can do. So it's basically, you have to hold their hand. And that took a lot of convincing. Because I met a lot of people that I knew that, okay, I want to work with this person. Because one of our top grower is a professor at the University of Jos. And yeah, she turned me down so many times. And I had to just talk to her that we have to do this together. I like what you are doing. I see that you're experimenting, and I want you to do the same. I want you to experiment with other things. Because what she does is she experiments with plants. She tries to treat plants, tomatoes. She's working on how to make tomatoes not go bad. So things like that. She's very, yeah, she's very, when it comes to plants, she's like a scientist, like a math scientist. So yeah. So together we started with raspberries. When we started, it wasn't successful. We lost a lot of plants, but life is all about please drop your question. Okay. Yes. So when we started experimenting. We lost a lot of plants, but we kept on trying. So we would buy these seedlings or import them down into Nigeria, and then we would try to grow it, and then the plants would die. We'll still keep trying. And then, yeah, we figure it out. Some plants don't like to be planted in the dry season. Some you have to plant some seeds in the dry season. Some you have to plant them in the rainy season. So yeah, you just have to figure it out. What does this plant like? And yeah, that's how we started. Now we've done raspberries successfully, even though we're not selling yet because we're trying to figure out logistics. But yeah, we've grown raspberries now, and now we're trying to do kiwi. We planted, I think, about 10 plants of kiwi, and now we have only 2 left. So yeah, agriculture is fun. Honestly, agriculture is very risky. Or what is life? You just have to think. Life is about taking risks. So that's all we're doing here at the grocery lady. Just we take risks.
She said kiwi. I actually started smiling because I actually really like kiwi. Yeah. But yes, so I can't wait for kiwi to be out. But so we got a question for you, Ajoke, from Esther Ogbole. I told you Esther is our in-house agricultural economist. She's a triber. So she says, how has the business been so far? How do you source the strawberries? Directly from the farmers, and how do you store? Are there any regulatory bottlenecks? And what are your expansion plans in coming years? What's your advice for anyone considering this line of business? She also says, honestly, there's actually so much going to waste in the farming industry, and farmers are losing so much as they have to give out their products at really cheap prices.
So, like I said before, I had to find my own person. So for the strawberries, the first grower that I discovered in the beginning, I didn't like his strawberries. It wasn't tasty. It tasted like water. So I know what I want in strawberries. I know the kind of taste I want. So I kept on growing through different farmers until I found one person. And yeah, this one person was very difficult to, he didn't want to take me on as a buyer. So I had to convince him that no, we can work together. This is my goal. This is my plan. And yeah, I had to convince him to trust me. And yes, we started working together. I invested in his farm. And yeah, if I have any complaints, it would fix it. So if I complain that, okay, the strawberries are small in size, why is it like this? Why does it taste this way? Can we do this? Can we do that? He would listen to me and he would work on it. So yeah, that's how I found my farm. I get my products directly from the farmers. I work with the farmers. And yeah, how do you store strawberries? We don't store strawberries. We harvest. So what we our selling point is from farm to you directly, fresh. We don't store. We don't keep. So that's why we require that you order like a week before so that we can prepare. So if you order, we harvest. We have harvest days. We have days when we harvest all our products. And yeah, so if you order from us, you get your strawberries that same day that that we harvested. So we would harvest the strawberries in the morning, and then you receive it in the afternoon or in the evening, depending on the flight. So we don't sell strawberries except frozen strawberries, sharp, but we don't sell that now. Um, I can't see where. Okay, yeah. Okay. What other question? Are there any regulatory body next? Okay. So my expansion plan in coming years. I think for me, right now, what I want to go into, my passion and what I really enjoy doing is I like experimenting. It's one thing that gives me joy. So I think for me, for the grocery lady, what I plan to do is um, agrotourism, and we're already doing that because I get paid to take people around the farm. So people come down from Lagos and everywhere to see the farm, take pictures for Instagram. And yes, so doing that and promoting agriculture, letting people know that, oh, we have these things in Nigeria. And then it's not just me that is posting, other people are also posting. So I think for me, what we plan to do is just create a place where you can get all your fresh farm produce. So like my plan is to have a place where you can get all the berries, all strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, kiwi. So it's like a dreamland in Nigeria. So a place where you can get everything that you've always thought that is that we import, you can get it right here in Nigeria. Apples. So you come to the farm and you pick your own fruits. So yeah, that's my plan for the future. Because I realized that there's nothing like that in Nigeria. I think you should, do you know this place where you go into the farm and you pay to pick your own fruits? So with all the farms that we have in Nigeria, there's nobody doing that. You can't go to a farm in Nigeria and then pay to pick your own fruits. They won't allow it. So I want to create that kind of place in Nigeria where you can live, because Jos is very cold. The weather in Jos is very cold. The people in Jos are very accommodating. It's a really nice place to live. So I want to create a place where you can come down on a Friday, come harvest your strawberries, your apples, and then leave on a Sunday, and then just have that experience, have that picture with your friends or your family. So I think that is my plan. Yeah. Any other question? I can't find.
So Esther is asking, do you face any security challenges on your farm?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, many times. So I think one thing you should realize is that life is about taking risk. I think it was in 2019 that there was crisis in Jos, and I was in the middle of the crisis. And I think then I called Ngozi, I called everybody, and I was like, where are you guys? Where are you guys? And everybody's like, oh, we're here, we're in this place, we're safe. And I was not safe. I was stuck. I was outside, far from home. And yeah. And I think that moment made me to realize that I'm in this for a long time, because I think another person would have run away after that experience, that, oh, I can't live in Jos. Because when you see people getting killed, see when you are stuck in that moment where you don't know if you would get home safe or if you would die, and you start thinking that, okay, did I make the right choice by staying back in Jos? Should I just relocate to Lagos? Is this really worth it? So yes, agriculture will test you. So for us, we've lost some farmers. We've had people go to their farm and then they were killed by other people. And yeah, you start asking yourself questions that, is it worth it? Is agriculture really worth it? Do I want to do this? Because yeah, it's very risky. It's very, very risky. It is.
Wow.
Ngozi,
Wow.
do you want to talk about the crisis?
Ngozi, could you please share as well?
Is Ngozi there?
She's there, but I think there's a little trouble with her internet connection. So I think she'll.
No, I'm just managing to hear. The question,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you respond to? Would you be able to respond? I think she's been kicked off again. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. So there's a question here from Lerato that, based on the future or your future plan and your intentions of starting agricultural resource experience, how are you going to protect and secure the farm from, for even yourself and the guests that might be coming to visit the farm? Is there any plans for security in that regard?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Because we've given like 4 tours to different people, and we've always used our own security, our own people that we trust, and we know where to take the people visiting. We don't take them to places that are too far from the city. So we have farms in the city and we have farms in rural areas. So we know where to take people. Someone like me now, I'm very adventurous and I can easily go to a place that is very risky and I'm not scared anymore. But if I have a guest visiting, I would never take that guest there. So like I said, for the agricultural tourism resort thing I'm trying to work on, it's going to be a place, like a gated place. So there's going to be security. It's not going to be in a place, it's not going to be in a rural area, it's going to be in the city, and there would be security. It's just it's going to be like I don't know, I don't know how to describe it, but I have the idea in my head because I've seen something like that abroad, and I just have that idea in my head. It's just going to be a place where you can see everything. You can get everything, has avocados, raspberries, everything. So it's not going to be scattered. It's all going to be in one place. So you're going to be in one place, picking your own things and then paying for it and having that experience. So yeah, So you're not going to be going to different places and moving around. No, it's not going to be like that. So the plan is not to expose tourists to the dangers in Plateau State. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for example, these crops that you grow in Jos, can they grow in any other states in Nigeria, or it's only Jos that they can grow?
No, I don't think so. Strawberries right now, people are trying to grow strawberries in other states. I think the closer you can go strawberries is Kaduna, and it won't even taste the same. So the thing with strawberries is there's a particular place in Plateau State that strawberries grow really well. You get the good quality strawberries. I think because of the land and the weather over there. It's in Plateau State, but it's just very different from everywhere else in town. So if you grow strawberries in the city, like in a residential area, it will taste different. It tastes like water. It won't taste good. So there are other farm produce like that. I don't think raspberries can grow in Lagos. The weather is not right enough for it. Although you can grow flowers in Lagos, because we've sent flowers to Lagos, we've sent apples to Lagos. You can grow apples in Lagos. You can grow flowers in Lagos. You can grow different kind of herbs in Lagos, but things like strawberries, blueberries, I don't think you can grow broccoli well in Lagos. I don't think so. It is that the weather in Jos is just different from everywhere in Nigeria. The weather in Jos is really cold. Right now, the weather is very cold. So I think that helps us to grow these things.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Ngozi says I should just apologize. Her network keeps throwing her off. Would have loved to hear a lot about her roses and how she grows them. But I just have a couple of questions here for you.
Yeah.
Leras is asking, would you be interested in setting up to grow the possible fruits and flowers in Lagos if you could?
No. No. I think someone else should do that, but not me. The thing about agriculture is I tell people, so the thing about agriculture is there's just so many opportunities. You can't do everything yourself. So I think one time like that, I put up a story telling people that if you don't know what to do with yourself, if you don't have a job, start rearing rabbits. Rabbit urine is gold for us farmers. Rabbit urine and rabbit poo. So from rabbit, you can make so much money. You can sell the rabbit itself as meat. You can sell the rabbit urine to farmers because rabbit urine is used as insecticide. Then rabbit poo is used as fertilizer. So that's just something that I cannot do. I can't start rearing rabbits. I don't want to rear rabbits. So we need other people to join us and then just branch out, do other things, help us. Because we want rabbit urine, we want rabbit manure, we want rabbits, but I can't do it. So there's just a lot of opportunity in agriculture. There's just a lot. People are cashing out right now in just rearing rabbits and selling rabbit urine. I think rabbit urine costs like 20K or so. It's very expensive. So yeah, that's just another market that people are. Oh yeah, so and the skin of the rabbit, the fur, you can use the fur to make. People use it to make blankets. So everything that the rabbit has, you can use everything, from the meat to the skin to the poo to the urine. Everything is money. So that's just an area that you can go into in agriculture. So yeah. The flower, someone else would have to do that in Lagos. Flower, there's a lot of money in growing flowers because a lot of people import flowers from Kenya. So if you can grow flowers successfully in Lagos, because Lagos is a big market for flowers, if you can do it successfully in Lagos, then you are good to go.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I don't know how I feel about rabbits, urine, and poo, but but yeah. So um, let me go back to Esther's question, because I think I missed that, and we'll come back to the rabbits, please. So Esther wants to know, are you self-funding? Do you act system? And I believe she also means, are you just talking financially? What is her support system? Or do you are you usually in Jos most of the time, or do you frequent like Lagos and Jos? What is it for you?
So what I do is I come to Lagos to get customers. I I sell myself. I put myself out there. So all the customers I have now, I try hard to leave just to, yeah, as a business person, you have to go out there. I'm the CEO, I own the company, and I have to find the customers for the company because we have a lot that we're growing. I know that when these things are ready, we need someone to buy it. So yeah, I shuffle between Lagos and Abuja and Jos, but my main market is in Lagos. No, I do not have investors, and I don't think I'm ready to have investors because right now we're just in the testing, experimenting phase. We are not really there yet. So I think when I want to start the whole agri-tourism thing, then I would pitch that to investors. But for now, I'm still experimenting. So everything that we're doing is from our own pocket. Yeah. I've tried applying for grants, but yeah, I stopped because I realized that I'm not really there yet. If I have the money, am I ready to? I don't really think I want to start yet. I'm still in the growth phase. I've not, everything is step by step, so I've not gotten to that stage where I need investors. What is my support system like?
Yeah.
Yes. So one thing you need to understand in agriculture is you need everybody. They may not be your friend, but you need, like now me and Ngozi, when 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 the going gets tough, we come together. For example, during COVID, we had to come together. All the people growing in Jos, we had to come together to push our product to Lagos. We had to come together to get like a vehicle, and then yes, so you need people to talk to. You need people you can trust, that you can confide in, because problems will come up, and then you need a small circle, someone that, yeah, you need people that have experience. And yeah, when I first started, I didn't have anybody. And then I think I met Ngozi, and then I met other people, and it felt really good to be able to talk to someone about my experience. And then we all laughed about it, that, oh, this is what I did. This is the silly mistake I made when I started. And then we all laughed about it. And then, yeah, so in agriculture, you need a community, you need support. You need to be able to tell other people your problems, and then you know that they can relate because this has happened to them. You need to be able to tell them that, oh, I lost so and so produce, and then they should tell you that, oh yeah, me too, it has happened to me too before. Don't worry, you get through it. And yeah, when I have issues, sometimes when we send things to Lagos, the vehicle gets paused. Sometimes we have accidents, and then you have Ngozi calling me to say, oh, Ajoke, how are you? How are you holding up? Sorry, don't worry, to be fine. Don't worry, And yeah, it feels good to have someone call you, and then you know that person can relate. You know that person understands. So yeah, you need support in agri business.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that. So a couple of people in the house already have rabbits in their houses, and they are wasting the urine and the food. How do they get markets for that? Like, who do they contact that, please, we have rabbits, urine and food to sell?
contact your farmers. There are lots of farmers in Lagos. Contact your local farmers. The thing is that lots of farmers now are going towards sustainable agriculture. Most people don't want to use all these chemicals because chemicals are even expensive. I think chemicals are very expensive. All those pesticides and everything, really expensive, and it's plants are now used to it. So yeah, contact your farmers. There are lots of farmers. Toby has a rabbit. So yeah. Yeah, just contact your farmers. In Jos, we already have the market. It's a big deal in Jos, rabbit urine and rabbit poo.
Wow.
Market. So I think if you're in Lagos or wherever you are and you have rabbits, you can start it. Somebody started it in Jos. Somebody went to go and meet those farmers, and the person told the farmers that, oh, this problem you are facing, my rabbit urine will cure it. So if you have rabbits, go and do your research. Like right now, go on YouTube, type rabbit urine or rabbit poo, and then you would see and read, or you would watch how people use rabbit urine and rabbit poo. Type it on, just Google it right now. You will see people in Kenya, lots of farmers sharing their experience. So I think, first of all, you need to do your research so you can sell your product to the farmers. Because the way it started in Justice, somebody did the research and the person went to go meet a farmer and said, oh, this problem you are facing with your pest, my rabbit urine will cure it.
Wow.
And then the farmer tried it and then it worked. And the next thing, the farmer started using it. And then other farmers asked, what have you been using? This is what I'm using. And that's how the farmers started, the growers started getting demand. The people rearing the rabbits started getting demand, because I have someone like that has lots of rabbits. He has like 30 rabbits. It's a big business for him because he's using everything. He sells the rabbit to people making suya, that's the meat. Then the skin, he sells the skin to people that are making jackets and fur coats and all those things. Then he sells the poo, he sells the I don't know. I posted it then on my story, and I don't think I can find the video, but I shared it then on my story on how the person started. And yeah, you just have to start. Another way of making money.
Okay. That is so very good. Like, you've just opened our minds to even seeing more business opportunities and different things that we can do in the agricultural space, because I'm pretty sure that there are more animals that I'm sure that their urine could be, not pest friendly, which would be good. So that's really, really a great one. So I also had a question in terms of, like, when we think about farmers in Nigeria, we usually think men. How has it been in this sector, being women? You guys are women and beautiful women. How has it been in that sector? Like, do you have, like, I don't know, men trying to hit on you or trying not to listen because you're women? Do you actually face anything like that?
Yes, in the beginning.
And how do you handle it? Yeah.
So I have a nickname in Jos. They call me Iron Lady. And how I got this nickname is because I don't take nonsense. And I had to let people know that if you don't listen to me, you would lose. I will not. So if I tell you, oh, I need this product in my store by 8 o'clock and you bring it by 9 o'clock, I'll just blink. I'll tell you to eat it. And then I think the next time you would come on time. When I tell you that I'm not going to pay you for this product, eat it. You can have it. I don't need it anymore. So when I started in the beginning, we had a lot of men just trying to take us for granted. How will I put it in words? A lot of the men were just trying to play with us. You tell them, oh, I need this thing by this time. They won't listen to you. They would feel like, why is she telling me what to do? You don't tell me what to do. And yeah, you just have to stand your ground. You have to let them know that they need you, you don't need them. Or we both need each other. So if I lose, you lose. Something like that. And I think when we started, we didn't have a lot of female. Not now that a lot of people are into agriculture. when we started then, it was really tough because we didn't have a lot of females in that sector, especially in Plateau State. So with me, with Ngozi, we had to fight our way and earn people's trust. We just had to be firm. We had to do more. We had to stand our ground. We had to be resilient. What I would say, you can't let them see your weakness. Even if you feel like crying, you don't let them know that you feel like crying. Even when you have problems, you don't let people know that you have problems. You can show it in your room, but the moment you show that you are weak, people will take it for granted and they will just like to walk all over you. Because imagine if you ask for, let's just say, strawberries, and then the person brings strawberries that are small in size, and the person expects you to collect it. You have to tell the person that, no, I'm not taking the strawberries. You have to take it back. You have to give me what is good. And the person has to apologize. So, yeah, in agriculture, especially if you're a woman, you have to be tough because it won't be easy. Earning trust, especially from men, because a lot of the farmers are men, which is why I had to build my own team of women growers. And the women at first didn't want to be bothered. They just felt like it's a lot of stress. I'm already dealing with this at home. And I'm like, no, you can do it. It's extra money for you. You can earn this money. You're already doing it. Just continue. So I had to build my own team of growers. But I still need the male growers. I just had to earn their trust, let them know that we're in this together, whether you like it or not. Yeah, so that's how I got in a young lady, because I don't take nonsense. If I tell you 8 o'clock and you bring it by 9 o'clock, we'll be looking at each other.
You eat it. Okay, I really love that. And I love that you're also creating employment opportunities for women around you. I really, really love that. So I'm just going to try Ngozi one more time if her internet is good. Ngozi, how have you been able to deal with like men in the industry, or what have you done differently? You know, Ajoke was talking about gaining the trust of the male growers. Like, what kind of strategy do you use in that regard?
Basically, it's because we work with, there's something about, we don't want to put them there. There's something about people on the plateau. They are really relaxed. It's not like those of us in other cities that everybody is pushing, like it's a competition. Here nobody competes for, they really do not compete for anything. You have to push them to do what it is that they need to do. So basically what I do is I let them know that any error you make, it affects you, affects myself, and affects the customer. And if there's no customer today, I won't sell, and yourself won't sell. Do you understand? It took a lot of time to make them really realize that it's not just about you and me. There are other people on this chain. So if you're not doing yours well and it goes wrong up there, it's going to come down and still affect you. So you really need to do what you have to do so that we can all move forward and arrive at an expected result. So like she said, you don't bring things to us late, because it's a lot of fights. Well, I most times I tell them, they try to tell them, you people are the ones taking all the money. I'm like, you don't understand the kind of stress we take out of you. We take your produce, we pay you your money, and we'll have to go back and face customers, we face logistics, we face all of this, and we face all of this. Sometimes you even have to bring them in to watch you when you're making calls with customers, making calls. I had to call one of my partners, and she was there. She said, my friend, you did try. I said, no, I know they try. That day you did try. I said, yes. Because she was there and she listened to me. I had to call the customer, talk to the delivery people, talk to the logistics, talk at the airport. And that day my phone was buzzing trash. This your phone massive. if they try. That's like I'm like, yeah. So basically, you have to have made them to understand that it's not to end with yourself and you are there's a of other things for us to deliver it state. And I want the person, the farmers I work with, the other will get at least up to the 15th, wedding to 60, understanding each other. So when you tell them it's this time, them okay, I'm here, I'm coming, I'm here. So we've had progress. That was not how that evolved.
Okay, thank you, Ngozi, but I think we lost her at the end there. But we kind of understood what she was trying to say about, just pushing the farmers. They're a bit more relaxed than, I guess, people in Lagos generally. So I just want to open, the floor for more questions. Are there any particular questions you would ask? Have you been thinking about, kickstarting your career in the agricultural sector? What are you thinking about planting? Or are you trying to be a farmer or an aggregator? Or you're trying to go into logistics in the agricultural sector? Are there any questions that you have for Ajoke right now? You can feel free to unmute your mic to ask, or if you want to drop in the comment section so I could ask for you. Anyone's fine. Okay, I have Deuce's question, Deuce Gray. It says, how do people collect and package the rabbit waste? Help us out with that question.
I really don't know, but I can connect you to someone that
Okay.
The person that started. So I think you can ask him your questions and then maybe would mentor you. Yeah, so I will just share his contact with AGS Tribe and then yeah.
Ajoke at the Grocery Lady on Instagram, and Ngozi at Fresh Foods NG on Instagram as well. Yes, please, to the person who is doing it already. Yes, please connect with them on Instagram as well. Also, I can get the contact from Ajoke. So after the call, please just send us an email, info@agstribe.org, and I can share those with you, Toby and Lerato. Okay, so I have another question from Toby. What does it take to be an aggregator? Toby, are you asking in terms of financial commitment, or just what does it take in general to be an aggregator?
Good evening, all. I just a general question. What it takes, like for me, I know that there are many opportunities in the agricultural sector, but I really don't know how to tap into it. So I would like to know what being an aggregator involves. Yeah, pretty much.
So I think the first question you should ask yourself is, which of the sector do you want to go into? So do you want to offtake animal produce? You can be a big supplier to supermarkets, supplying them chicken, eggs, all those things, catfish. Or do you want to go into the whole fresh produce? So my own industry is fresh produce. So if you're going into that sector, you first have to find your own team. Find people, have your own goal in mind. What do you want to achieve? What standard? Because for me, we pride ourselves on delivering quality. And I think that's why customers buy from us. We don't compromise. we would give you the best. If something is not good, I'll personally reach out to you as a customer, let you know that, oh, this thing is not available and I cannot harvest it for you. I won't put it in your order. If I see that something, maybe a grower brought something that is not good, and I know that this thing is not good, I would not give you as a customer. I would just call you and tell you that it's not available. These are your options. You can decide to take something else or have credit. So I think you have to know what you want to do, who you are. So if you want, let's just say, for example, you want to start selling strawberries or vegetables and fruits, you have to find your supplier. You want to sell cheap fruits and vegetables, find that person. You want to sell quality fruits and vegetables, find that person that would supply you and give you that quality fruit and vegetable. You want to sell fruits that have preservatives in it, find that person. You want to sell imported fruits, find that person. You want to sell local fruits. So that's how you start. You have to find your person that will supply you, your supplier. So your supplier will determine your cost, how much you would sell. Then after getting your supplier, I think social media is the best way to sell. So put yourself out there and just start. You won't make money instantly and you would have to learn. I can't tell you what to do because everybody has their own experience. You'd have to learn. Learn as you go. And that's just it. Learn as you go. Find your person, find your supplier. What do you want to sell? Because I started with strawberries. I didn't start with all these plenty things. I started with strawberries and I used strawberries to learn. Then from strawberries, I went to flowers. I don't sell flowers anymore now because I realized that it's not for me. In the beginning, I was selling tomatoes, pepper, tatache, all those things. But I stopped because I realized that I can't handle it. I can't do that. Every time I send tomatoes to Lagos, it will always go bad. And I realized that, okay, so it's always good to stop. When you start with something and then you realize that the thing is not working for you, you stop. Then I was selling flowers to individual people, but now I'm just selling in bulk to different flower companies. I realized that is better for me than just selling one to different people. So yeah, to start, to be an aggregator, you just have to find what works for you. Do you want to sell to thousands of customers or do you want to just sell to one customer? Do you want 1 million naira? Do you want one customer to give you 1 million naira? Do you want 1 million customers to give you that amount? So yeah, you have to figure it out. Because for me, personally, I don't like plenty. I'd rather get my 1 million naira from one person than plenty people because I want to focus on that one person. I want to give that one person the best. So yeah, you have to figure it out and just start. Honestly, there's no better time to start. Don't say, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start when I get to shop. We didn't have a shop when we started. We're literally parking. We're parking by the roadside, something like that. Yeah, we didn't have a shop. We just got meet people, and then people in Plateau are very nice. So we just got meet and tell them, oh, can I park my stuff in your shop? And they'll be like, yeah, fine, it's good. We didn't have a shop. Now I have a shop. Now I have staff. Now I have people doing the work. But then I didn't have anybody. But I was still doing it. I was doing it alone. And it was really tough for me then. But I was still pushing. I was still doing it. And now I have people working for me. I started with one logistics company, and then now I have a lot of people delivering my things. So just start. Just start. You figure it out. You would find what you are most comfortable in, and then you just be making your money. But at first, you won't make that money. You will lose money, but you would later you would find the balance. It's very easy. Later, it will become easy. Yeah, that's the word.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Ngozi says it is about growth, like every other business. So there's that as well. Thank you, Ngozi. Thank you, Ajoke, for saying that. But now that you're saying that you lose money, but you make money. So in terms of like agriculture, would you say that when you now start to make money, that the making money is very good? Like that you can be smiling to the bank type of making money, or is
I
it
think
a
Ngozi should
hustling
answer
type
that.
of making money?
I think Ngozi should
Like,
answer.
are we gonna be rich? Like, what kind of profit margins are we talking about?
Ngozi should answer that question.
Ngozi, are you back on? Okay. I think her internet is bad. Okay, Ngozi, if you can just type it.
Okay. On for as long as it would.
Sorry, Ngozi, if you can just type it, I'll just read it out for you.
Yeah, I'm saying hopefully it keeps me on for a while. Everybody's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Ngozi will just type her answers and I'll just help her read it out because the network is really bad where she's at. But yeah, we really want to know what you have to say, Ngozi, about, you know, profit margins and if the money with agriculture is actually really good. Like, would you encourage Nigerian women to go into this sector?
Definitely.
You know? Okay, definitely. That's a very definite answer. Okay. So Ngozi says the profit margin depends on you. How much do you want to make from each produce? Okay. All right. Okay. So I guess it depends on the number of items that we're also selling or producing. The quantity, so let's say maybe in thousands or whatever, and how much we are selling it for. Okay, thank you for that answer.
If there's no profit, we won't still be in agriculture. We would have left it since.
So she says she may want 10%, Ajoke may want 30%. So the profit margins also depends on, should I say, the aggregator or the farmers or the, okay, I get that.
You have to come to an agreement. So I think that's why I said you have to find your own person and then come to an agreement, discuss what do you want to, how much will you sell to me? And so I can use that to determine how much I want to sell to my customers. So yeah.
Okay.
We
need
more women in agriculture.
We need more women. Okay. Yeah. So all right, that's good to know. So I'll just throw it out there because we've actually gone beyond time by 22 minutes. Sorry. I mean, I didn't even notice because I was having such a good time. So Ngozi says we should put in the cost of our production, packaging materials, and logistics if you want to go into this career line.
So, if you want to go into agriculture, you need to think of packaging. We had to learn how best to package this produce. There are different ways of packaging everything. The way you package a broccoli is different from how you package kale. So packaging is very important in agriculture. If you notice they package tomatoes in baskets, why don't they put tomatoes in nylon? Because it won't make the trip. So you have to think of what works. What is the best packaging for this product that I'm selling?
Okay.
Logistics, you have to find your logistics company. Do you want to fly your produce by air or do you want to send by road? If you want to send by road, use a reputable company that you know that if there's any problem, they would listen to you and they would even share in the loss. Because definitely problems will happen. We've had transport companies tell us that don't worry, the next time you bring something, you won't pay or you would pay half because they realize that we've lost a lot of money. So you have to find a company that would be a part of you, that would also understand that, if you make loss, they want to also help you bear the loss. They won't just tell you that, sorry, madam, the vehicle spoil for road, the motor get accident, sorry, your things don't spoil. Do you understand? So yeah, everything it's very important in agriculture, especially if you are transporting from one state to another place.
Okay. So so we're gonna like round up this session for tonight. And if there are any three things that you want to leave anyone here with, like what are the three things that if you're taking away from this session, if you want to kickstart your career in the agricultural sector, what are the three most important things that you should know and leave this like book session with? What will those three things be? This is for Ajoke and Ngozi as well. So Ngozi, just type up and I'll respond.
Ngozi said, also know that some days will come when you would cry.
Wow, this is a tough one. Okay. All right. So Ngozi and Ajoke, what are the three things that we should leave here with today?
Is Ngozi typing?
I believe she is.
Know that every sector has its own problem. Nobody has it easy. So if you're going to become a farmer or start something in agriculture, know that it's not going to be easy, but there are days where you'll be rewarded and everything will just feel good. Because for me, I feel really good when I see people make something out of the products that we grow. When I see people use our strawberries to make jam for their own company. When I see people cook with our bell peppers, I feel really good. So yeah, there are days. So three things you should leave here with is, yeah, it is been on this business. Yeah. There's money in agriculture. That's one thing I would say, but it's not money that you get instantly. Don't start planting and thinking that, oh, I'll start getting 1 million naira now. If I plant this, I'll get. No, don't calculate your money first because you would be disappointed. You need to be patient in agriculture. You can plant something and then 5 years later, that thing will grow and start giving you profit. Avocado takes like 4, 6, 7, 8 years to grow. Do you have that time? So that's one thing you should have at the back of your mind. Are you patient? Can you wait 5 years to start making profit from something? Can you wait 5 years? So yeah, you need patience. You need to be tough. You need to be very tough or resilient. That's the word. Because issues will happen beyond your control, like climate change. Right now, we're currently facing climate change. Everything is changing. So you need to be strong. And then, what else? What's the last thing? Ngozi, what is the last thing?
Ngozi says, identify your selling points and build on it.
Yep. Know your target market.
Okay. All right.
You can't sell to everybody. You can't. You can't sell to everybody.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay, so I'm just going to go over Ajoke's 3 points again. She says you need to be patient in agriculture. Sometimes it takes as much as 5 years to reap the results or to reap the benefits of what you've planted. She says you need to be resilient and very strong. And she says to know your target market, you can't sell to everybody. So Ngozi says it is a win or lose business. So you have to prepare your mind. You should offer great customer service. give it lots and lots of time again. So this is patience coming in again. Then identify your selling point and build on it. Yes, I don't know that we have any more questions. So I will go on and say, please, ladies, drop your handles in the chat so that people can follow you. So I would say good. Hi, everyone.